the 5 social impacts of legal medical marijuana, a post-prohibition world, and more this week on the Cannabis Digest video review. Our first article for the week comes from Mark Knowles. He's writing from the UK, giving us an update on the UK drug policy, and he tells us that it's moving slowly. So with the recent Scottish independence vote, they had hope that there could be change to the laws, but since it didn't pass, then we won't be seeing that anytime soon. He puts hope into the Liberal Democrat Party. So if you're in the UK and you're interested in cannabis politicians, perhaps you want to pressure the Liberal Democrat Party to come out strongly in support of this, and all the parties, because it's an issue that really should be met by everybody. Thanks to Mark Knowles for that article this week. Dutch Hemp Masters is Ted Smith's video this week, and if you want to learn about it, you can watch it on the Hempology 101 channel, which is a sister channel to the Cannabis Digest. And he releases weekly videos, and there are about 14 previous to this one. So check out Ted Smith's series. He talks about windmills in this one and how influential hemp has been in the Dutch culture and foundation, and all the way up to the modern day as we know Holland to be a bastion for cannabis. Judith Stamps brings us a wonderful article on Mark Haden's views of a post-prohibition world, exploring models that may be implemented by regulation. And he looks at the use of an apothecary model, which might be similar to the dispensary models that exist already today. And Judith Stamps does a thorough investigation of this, as she always does, and provides us with illustrations. She doesn't agree entirely with Mark Haden's views, as he compares cannabis to alcohol and tobacco, which neither of those things have gone through the extended period of stigmatization that cannabis has. So there is certainly a lot more to be worked on in terms of turning the cultural views around for cannabis and for cannabis businesses. Next we have Dita McPherson with 5 social impacts of legal medical marijuana, and these are really powerful. The fewer deaths from opiates. Less people are dying from opiate substances because more people are using medical cannabis, and many of us know that the side effects from opiates can be very debilitating as well, and the tolerance that builds from using opiates is really what can lead to fatal overdoses. And the way that you die from opioids is through repression of breathing. Well, the cannabinoids don't have that same function, which is what makes them safer in higher doses, so you just fall asleep. There are also reduced crime rates. There's reduced use by youth, decrease in car crashes, decrease in car crash deaths, and fewer suicides in young men between the ages of 20 and 40. And so this is really impactful, and we should start seeing these kinds of statistics filter out into the rest of the world, where they're considering taking on cannabis legalization for the many benefits that it clearly is providing to places like Colorado, and among the other benefits like tax money. The Wild West, comparing LPs and dispensaries. Ted Smith's article that's featured in the issue 42 of the Cannabis Digest is an outline of the 4 ways that you can get cannabis in Canada. The first 2 are, if you're under the injunction, you can have somebody else grow you cannabis or grow it your own, because your gardens are still protected by the work of the MMAR Coalition. Otherwise, if you can seek out a dispensary that accepts a medical declaration of a permanent physical condition or disease, then that's another way that you can get some quality medical cannabis. The 4th way is if you're under the MMPR, that is, if you've signed up for a licensed producer to provide you with dried cannabis. So those are the 4 available ways that you can get cannabis in Canada, and Ted outlines them for us in this week's blog. My blog for the week is the 5 reasons that doctors don't sign marijuana prescriptions. And these 5 reasons come from a video that we made with Dr. Hepburn at the cannabis convention this year, earlier this year, the 15th cannabis convention, which is linked in the blog. If you go to thecannabisdigest.ca, you can see this blog and those 5 reasons, which I'll give you quickly. Lack of comprehensive study. Although there's been many, there's still not enough for physicians. Many have a conservative bias, and they're not friendly to the stoner culture. That is included, the names that are used are not, they don't roll off the tongue of an MD so well. So they still have a kind of bias in the culture as well. The ability to control doses, and also their wariness for scammers of other kinds of drugs. So he outlines some of these things that are concerns for physicians when somebody approaches them looking for a medical marijuana prescription. So he advises you that if you approach physicians, you should do it respectfully with as much information as possible. And many physicians now are starting to learn from their patients how cannabis has benefited them, and will begin to consider it outside of these kind of biases, these conservative and cultural biases which have existed through the prohibition of cannabis and the culture of recreation that has dominated the media and the public view of this. So having a real medical approach is really essential, as it's very hard for a physician to turn down somebody who has a legitimate concern, but they're still very wary of people trying to get things that they don't actually need. So check out the video as well that has David Hepburn at the cannabis convention at the University of Victoria. Our final article for the week is an interview with Mark Emery done by Ted Smith when Mark and Jody came to visit them on Vancouver Island shortly after Mark got out of jail. So Ted asked questions about how Mark is doing now he's out, things that happened when he was in jail, including joining a band, having the essential need for healthy food, and how he obtained that food. It's a very interesting interview with also talking about Jody Emery and her campaign for the Liberal Party coming up, and they're currently on tour around the world helping to educate. So we're all happy that Mark is out and that he came and visited Ted, and Ted could ask him these questions. So go and check it out. I hope you enjoyed this week's Cannabis Digest video review. Subscribe to the channel and check out thecannabisdigest.ca for all of the daily updates. See the links in the notes for all the details of the articles that I covered this week. So until next week, let your cannabis digest.